Hey, how's it going? And welcome to the Never Lose Your Nerd channel. I'm Brandon.
I'm Diana.
Well, today some news came out about the House of the Dragon, the prequel to Game of Thrones. Some casting news came out. And there's also like a little teaser thing going around, like a little trailer. I looked it up and I think it actually came out like a year ago, but I've never seen it. So I kind of wanted us to look at it real quick and then we'll discuss the casting news.
Okay.
Coming up next.
The Dance of Dragons, a true telling by Grandmaster Munkin, being a history of the war of Targaryen succession between the Princess Rhaenyra and Aegon, second of his name, that nearly destroyed the realm.
The Dance of the Dragons. A stupid name for a Targaryen civil war where my ancestors danced away my birthright. Before the war, House Targaryen counted 18 dragons. By the end, we had 2, and nearly as few Targaryens. We would never be as powerful or as feared again. The dance began, as many dances do, with an old man and a young girl. The queen had failed to produce a son for her king, so he anointed his daughter, the Princess Rhaenyra, as his heir. But years later, the king remarried, and his new wife, Queen Alicent of House Hightower, gave him a son. One night, a servant found the old king had died in his sleep, and ran to inform Queen Alicent. At the hour of the owl, the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, Sir Criston Cole, summoned the small council to inform them of the king's death. Sir Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King and father to Queen Alicent, demanded that the succession be settled immediately. But Sir Criston Cole rightly pointed out that a son comes before a daughter. The council argued until dawn, when the Master of Coin finally stood up and declared he would have no part of treason. Sir Criston Cole, wisely, opened his throat with a dagger, ending the debate. Aegon relented. He was crowned in the dragon pit, and his wife and sister Helena became queen. His brother Aemond flew off to win over the few great lords whose support Aegon didn't already have. The banner of the gold dragon flew over King's Landing and the Red Keep as Aegon, second of his name, ascended the Iron Throne. He would not sit it long. When ravens carried the news of Aegon's coronation to Dragonstone, Princess Rhaenyra summoned her own Black Council. With her was her uncle and husband, Daemon Targaryen, considered by many to be the most dangerous man in Westeros. Few lords supported her, but the greatest of these was Corlys Velaryon, who controlled the largest fleet in the realm, and his Targaryen wife, Rhaenys, the old king's sister. Combined, they couldn't match the power of House Hightower alone. But Rhaenyra had dragons.
It was just like a short little teaser.
But is it going to be cartoon then? It's
No.
going to be animated or is it going to be...
No, these just little teasers are animated since they don't have new footage or there's nothing to show. It's just kind of stuff, people they narrated and stuff. They actually got the actors. That's the actors who played Daenerys' brother in the show, Viserys. That's the actor.
She's going to be that one?
No. I'm just saying I've seen different ones of these where different actors from Game of Thrones narrate different things.
Right.
So, I mean, it's nothing official. It's just kind of showing like the history.
Right.
And this new show is going to be going back 300 years, and it's going to be showing like the beginning, not the very beginning, but Viserys is like actually the third Viserys. So like his dad and then his grandfather is part of this too. So it'll show people like that. And well, I'm pretty sure we'll probably, depending on how many seasons this gets, we might get all the way up to Rhaegar, and then see like the characters we know now.
The
Hopefully.
ones that they're like the parent from the ones that they were from the Game of Thrones.
Maybe it could be like a Better Call Saul thing where they would lead up to the show playing now. Yeah, it said that in the casting news that came out, they actually casted the guy who's going to be playing the king. Okay, Paddy Considine, co-star of the series Outsider and The Third Day, so he's also on other HBO shows.
He's going to play the King Viserys Targaryen.
Yes. It's going to be a 10-episode first season, which usually Game of Thrones is until freaking Dan and Dave ruined it and shortened the last 2 seasons. He's going to play King Viserys Targaryen, chosen by the Lords of Westeros to succeed the old king, Jaehaerys Targaryen. So there's a lot of names we're going to have to learn, a lot of history and stuff we're going to have to keep up with.
How back we're gonna go to?
300 years, yeah.
So, but this is like, what is this gonna be like? The grand.
This is based on George R. R. Martin's book, Fire and Blood, like I said, which is basically just the Targaryen history and how they...
I know, but like you saying 300 years ago, but the generation, how many generations are gonna go until to where the Game of Thrones?
I would probably say 10 maybe. Maybe you have a kid every 25, 30 years. Well, back then they had more kids. I don't know how many generations it's going to be.
And how many kids are going to be and how many fights are going to be because of how many kids they're going to be having.
Yeah. Said no telling because
they're very easily kill people. We can see that.
Yeah, and we know the Targaryens wed children and uncles and stuff, so... It also said he was a warm, kind, decent man. Sarah's only wish to carry forward his grandfather's legacy. Okay. I said this is just some news that came out. It's either today or yesterday. I was seeing stuff about it today. Like I said, they have started casting some people. And I think this show is going to come out in like 2022, maybe. But way everything's going, everything's getting pushed back. Who knows?
Probably farther than that.
Yeah, because I mean, the other show they were going to come up with that I really wanted to see was going to be about it was going to go back with the Starks and the White Walkers and stuff like that. I really wanted to see that series.
But that's going to be too, like before how they became the White Walkers. I mean, they show a little bit how they became the White Walkers.
Yeah, a little bit, but
it wasn't a whole bunch. And I honestly don't even think that actually happened.
Well, I mean, in the books, they're not even in the books, so they're hinted at. They've never been seen yet. Well, they have been seen, but yeah, it doesn't even really show them in the books, so Dan and Dave just kind of made up their own little thing, I think. But that show's not going to be anymore. Maybe in the future they'll
They cancel it?
Yeah. Maybe in the future they'll redo it. Maybe after this show they'll redo it, or maybe just later on down the line they'll decide to do it again.
I think they're just trying to put so many shows out that they're getting overwhelming.
They need to capitalize. Yeah, they need to capitalize on the success of Game of Thrones. But the way it ended, the last 2 seasons, especially the last season,
we were expecting much more.
Yeah,
we were expecting more fight with the White Walkers. First of all,
I was expecting that to
last season with the White Walker. It was puny as heck.
Yeah. I was expecting that. I was expecting their fight to last at least. I was expecting their fight to last at least 2 episodes. I was disappointed. And then just stuff with Daenerys, the way she turned so quickly. And I don't want to get into it. But yeah, it was disappointing. And especially George R. R. Martin was like, we could have gone 12 seasons with 10 episodes. Dan and Dave were just so quick to just get it over with and just...
Get it done.
Yeah. You could tell they rushed it just to get it done and just, be done with it. That was just the wrong thing to do. If they wanted to do that, they should have just passed it on to somebody else and let them finish it properly.
Right.
But, I mean, it's done. It is what it is. So
just like the movie, the Justice League movie.
Oh.
That they jacked it up, all of it.
Justice League wasn't bad. It's okay. I mean, they're redoing it now, so. But yeah, Miguel Sapochnik, which he did a lot of episodes of Game of Thrones, especially the big action, big action episodes. He's gonna be
more like the war whenever they were fighting against.
Yeah, I mean, he did most of the episodes with the big battles.
Yeah, like the battles. That's what I meant.
But he supposedly might be directing all the episodes, but he will be doing the pilot. So that'll be cool. But yeah, like I said, this is just some news that came out recently for some casting. So hopefully more news will come out. Like I said, this show won't come out for at least a couple years. So we got time.
We can be patient about it.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe read the book.
Yeah, I've gotten all the way to the Dance of Dragons, but I'm gonna hold off until George R. R. Martin finally is going to come out with the last book so I can catch up right at the time the other book comes out. So I'm not in any hurry, but I have read all the other books. So.
Well, I hope he does finish before the show, because just like the Game of Thrones, he didn't finish the whole book.
No, he's written that book.
That's why the last season was not good, because he didn't finish the last book.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is based on his book, Fire and Blood, so he's already finished that book. He's already written it, so you don't have to worry about that.
I know, but if he kept going to the seasons,
Yeah.
he needs to make sure he finished the book so they can keep up with it.
All right, well, I guess we're going to wrap it up there. Hopefully some more news will come out, but let us know what y'all think. If you would, please like the video. Hit the bell for notifications.
And like us.
Yay. Stay nerdy. Bye.